Antonio back at it. This TikTok, shout out my man August Duck, first of all. This TikTok doctor is insane. No, I'm just kidding. I apologize. Anyway, man. Before we even get to the video, I just want to say TikTok doctors. It be like, yes, I want to believe some of the shit they say, which I believe some of the shit they say is true. But some of them be corny, bro, and weird. I know they be capping about. And the doctor TikTok, social media, the famous doctor, whatever you want to call it, it's starting to get oversaturated, low key. Like you be seeing so many doctors just talking about shit.
If I use deodorant in these bits. Absolutely not. They misspelled it. This is the diabetes aisle.
TikTok medical advice. Probably 3 of the scariest words you can string together. However, that has not stopped the millions of people who are actively taking and giving medical advice on TikTok.
Exactly.
Now,
That's what I said. They committed to get oversaturated.
Of decent medical.
I told you they should be getting oversaturated and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's getting corny now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, every doctor is like, oh, they're going up. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to make me a TikTok account, be a doctor, and do that too. Hopefully, I said hopefully. Low key, a lot of these niggas might not even be doctors for real. They probably just throwing on a doctor suit and just saying if shit true or not, looking up some facts on it and just going through. You know what? I'm gonna buy me a doctor suit. I'm gonna put it on and I'm gonna watch some goofy ass videos. I'm gonna be like, well, this is true. Yes, this is gonna cure you. And like, come on now.
Advice on TikTok. It just happens to be that kind of advice never usually gets popular. It tends to be the pseudoscience kind of bullcrap, including what we're going to be covering today.
This nigga already look like a doctor.
MD. Now this guy is basically just a giant ripoff of the Liver King, but just not as funny. He spouts the same pseudoscience kind of stuff. You know how eating nothing but red meat and liver every day of your life is going to allow you to live to 700 years old, that kind of stuff. He's one of those people that take the naturalistic kind of lifestyle and takes it to a place that is nowhere near healthy anymore, but of course tries to pass it off as the only and best way to live. But as you're going to see very shortly, there is
one
no
thing you
way
can't say
the
about
way
them
this
is
man is
they got
living is
discipline.
anywhere near healthy, so let's not waste any more time. No way that the way this man is living is anywhere near healthy, so let's not waste any more time. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
People often ask me if I use deodorant in these bits. Absolutely not.
If people are actively asking you if you use deodorant or not, that should definitely be some sort of sign.
There's no reason for me to use garbage deodorant with parabens, phthalates, fake scents, and aluminum in my armpits.
No, he ain't capping though. Like, bro, who the fuck actually do you put deodorant on, bro? Who cares? Somebody, and like he just said, it gotta be a product. So that must mean somebody trying to say you must eat. How? If so many people is asking you about something, maybe you need to question yourself. And hold up, I just got a message. Yeah.
This is what I believe strongly.
Alright, so obviously there are some deodorants out there that are not exactly great for you.
True.
But using this study seems a little bit silly. I mean, it literally says if exposure to aluminum presents health risks, its contents should be reduced, and that's like, well, duh. That's like saying if poison is bad, then you shouldn't go near it. I went and read this study, and the abstract is basically just saying we don't really know if aluminum's bad for humans. It's bad for parts of the environment, so it might be bad for humans too, but we have no proof yet.
But the quality of your diet will massively influence the way that you smell as a human. And I understand that many of you work in professional environments.
To some degree, that's true. To some degree, that's true. I get that.
Human is not allowed to be.
But still put on deodorant, nigga. You must.
Are you saying that humans?
And why the fuck is he in a grocery store without a shirt? Nah, I ain't gonna cap. If my body was like, I probably want to be in that bitch without a shirt too, though. I probably would want to be in that bitch without a shirt too. But I don't think stores allow no shirt, no service, nigga.
Stinky 24/7. It is not the 1400s anymore, man. Things have evolved. We don't have to stink anymore. Why fight that?
In that case,
You said we don't have to stink anymore. Why fight that?
apple cider vinegar. But don't you dare use garbage, synthetic, nasty deodorants that smell like synthetic fake fragrances. Make sure
That nigga had to throw his shirt on the ground just to make this video and then put that bitch back on.
Get used to smelling real humans. That's what we've done for millions and millions of years. And if you must, use something like apple cider vinegar to cover up your scent if you're in an office or other professional environment. I use nothing.
Yeah, that's a wonderful bit of advice, buddy. If you stink so bad that your boss is telling you you have to not smell so bad in the office, slather yourself in vinegar. Yeah, that's really going to help the situation. Now you're just going to smell like Easter morning.
Lifetime Fitness in Austin, Texas. The number of people here with AirPods is insane. The number of people in
this nigga worrying about who got AirPods on. He a weirdo, bro.
Wireless headphones in their ears and wireless headphones in general scares me. Do they know how much radiation is going into their brain?
Yeah, so a common theme in this video is going to be you're going to watch one TikTok, think you can't possibly hear anything more dumb, and then you're going to watch the next one, and you're going to think the exact same thing once again. Yep, you've cracked the case, buddy. Everyone's going to have brain cancer in 10 years because wireless headphones are a thing. Just a quick question. You do know the phone that you're recording yourself with puts out a much more substantial amount of radiation, and even that amount is nothing. The sun is going to affect you more with its radiation? I mean, come on, dude. Do you research anything?
Dude said, come on, do you research anything?
We're OfferPad, and we want to buy your home. Just go to OfferPad.com, enter basic information.
So this says
If you want diabetes, definitely shop here.
Peanut butter and snacks aisle at Walmart, but that's wrong. It's mislabeled. They misspelled it. This is the diabetes aisle. Look, we got
It's
honey
diabetes.
buns, crullers. I don't even know about it.
I mean, they got an organic aisle too, though. You know they got a healthy section.
Twinkies, cupcakes, cream pies, fudge rounds.
Every grocery store gonna have a bunch of
Biscuits,
sweets.
little
I don't know what grocery store you
grab
go
and
to,
go.
but they don't have nothing sweet. I'm sorry, bro.
Donuts.
He could have
Yeah,
easily
oh
went
my
to somewhere
goodness.
healthier like Whole
Reese's
Foods, but they got
peanut
sweet
butter
shit too.
cup-filled cupcakes. Come on.
I've been a person who's followed the fitness community and watched a lot of the trends that have happened in the fitness community over the last 10 years or so, and this has got to be one of the biggest issues I see. Sure, if you are living off Twinkies and Little Bites and Reese's for your entire life, that is a very bad way to live.
Yeah,
But having
it is.
some chips or a candy once a day is not bad for you. It's not, and it never will be. What's bad for you is trying to change your life into eating nothing but chicken and water for the rest of your life, starving yourself of any enjoyment in what you actually eat, because that is not sustainable for anybody unless you are actually insane. This guy's main diet is red meat, and I promise you eating a 16-ounce ribeye every day of your life is a lot worse for you than having a Twix bar after dinner.
Do you
Yeah,
think your
exactly.
ancestors got excited about eating pond scum? Newest superfood, sea moss. You think your ancestors got excited about garbage like this, like algae, pond scum, and seaweed? No way. Listen, animal meat and organs are the most sought after foods by humans throughout our existence. Sea
Nigga,
moss
it's good
is
to be
full of
vegan.
carrageenan, polysaccharide that is known
Meat be
to cause
tasting
gut
weird
inflammation,
sometimes.
colitis,
Have you ever ate
and
meat?
both human and animal
But he eat
models.
raw
Do
meat, so you
want
probably wouldn't even know.
inflammation and colitis in your gut? You can get plenty of iodine in egg yolks and animal foods. What about fucoxanthin and alginate? They lower blood sugar and
Now, one thing I'll give him, he in shape. He in good fucking shape. I'll give him that.
Celebrate your high LDL cholesterol. If you are metabolically healthy, celebrate your blood sugar and your nutrients. Sea moss, total. Leave it in the pond.
You have a doctor standing here in a pond with a spear, spearing a bag
Like,
of,
what
like,
fucking
I don't
doctor
know,
is this?
grocery
This nigga ain't no
store
fucking doctor. He a
seaweed,
regular ass
telling you
nigga.
that high cholesterol and high blood sugar is a good thing as long as you get it from eating a lot of red meat. Is this not, like, illegal to spread misinformation like this, especially from a licensed doctor? I mean, this has got to be some sort of violation of
Exactly,
a law. This
like,
guy
you
is
like-
a board-certified
Oh,
MD,
man.
and he's
How the fuck
telling
do these
people
that
that
get
eating an
famous?
excess
They
of
get
red
famous
meat,
all the
something
time.
that
It's
has been
never
linked
the
to
people
heart
with
disease
talent.
for
It's never
decades,
nobody
is
with
good,
talent.
that it makes you unhealthy. And don't get me wrong, I love red meat, and eating it not every single day of your life I think is a good part of a diet. But him saying what he's saying is honestly unbelievable.
More tips and healthy crackers. Look, it even says no gluten, no grain, no soybean oil, no canola oil. You think it's okay, right? Then you look at the ingredients: grain-free flour, almond, cassava, coconut. Not a fan of that. Sesame seeds. Not a fan of that. Black chia seed. Not a fan of that.
Just because
Basically,
you ain't a
nothing in
fan
here,
of it don't
flaxseed,
mean
not
nobody
a fan of
else
that.
is.
And it also has organic rosemary extract, which apparently is MSG-like and prevents you from stopping eating them. Why are you eating crackers? Stop.
You know, people talk about the dangers of social media all of the time, and normally what they're talking about is not actually that dangerous, but stuff like this is. You've got a doctor, a person who in our society is supposed to be looking out for the well-being of others, telling you to starve yourself of any sort of enjoyment of anything, not eat anything that's not a raw fruit or red meat, and telling you that's the only way to live a full, healthy, enjoyable life. This
I mean, you
kind
can
of
eat
stuff
healthy,
is what
but like,
genuinely harms
if
people.
you purposely
This guy
going
is
to the
spreading
bad
this
shit just to
information
talk
about
about, like,
the
nigga, just
one
say don't
vessel
eat junk
we
food,
have, our
nigga.
body. I'm sure you guys know somebody, your mom, your dad, a family member, someone who's gone keto, carb-free, animal diet, raw diet, whatever it might be. One of these fad social media diets that doesn't actually do anything for you but restrict your diet to an impossible way of living, and all those months are wasted because you can't live like that. You can't not eat carbs ever again. You can't not eat sugar ever again. Yes, some people lose weight like this because they don't realize they're eating less calories, which is what actually matters when trying to lose weight. But then after 6 months or so, they realize, well, I want to have pasta again before I die, so they revert back to their old way of eating, and all the weight comes back, and they're in a worse position than when they started. These kind of TikToks, I'm not even joking, should genuinely be illegal. Mr. Carnivore MD, I genuinely hope that you know that all of the stuff that you're spouting is just nonsense, and you eventually realize that people are going to trust what you say because you're a doctor. Please try and do good for the world instead of saying that having heart disease and high cholesterol is good for you. Could you do that for me? If you enjoyed this video, please.
That nigga funny as shit.